Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the last day of Favorites Week. I am so sad, but you know what? It has been an awesome week. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. I had a really tough time with these last like 2-3 videos. I'm like, what do I want to talk about? And so I kind of settled on talking about my favorite new makeup releases. So this is these are products that are new, that just came out, that I've tried and have fallen in love with, basically. Some I haven't tried yet, but I know that I'm really excited about it, and it was just an exciting release. And so, yeah, we'll talk about those. If you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to check out more of Favorites Week, I will put the playlist down below because, you know, it was a great week and I think that everyone should enjoy it. And yeah, so without further ado, let's just get started. If you guys want to see this look, it was in yesterday's video. I usually don't like to put like the same look 2 videos back to back, but again, these past few days I was just like, no, I gotta film this, no, I gotta film this, and then it was like all over the place, and so it just ended up having to be, I needed to film on the same day, and that was that, and then we're gonna go up back to back, you know? Okay, so let's start with the not makeup releases. First of all, I have to give a good and fresh shout out to the L'Oreal Los Angeles mirror. If you guys don't know, she just came out with like this mirror, a makeup bag, a sponge, whatever. My favorite was the mirror, and I think that like everyone, no matter who you are, what you do, needs this mirror in their life. One side is magnified, so it gets real up close and personal, and the other side is a regular like mirror, you know, whatever. But it kind of takes away the hassle of having a giant mirror like this, because this is what usually these are for, is the one side is magnified, the other side is normal, but it kind of takes away needing that, and I really do love this because it's handy. You can just hold in your hand, you get real close, and then if you're like, oop, I need to see closer, you just flip it around. I don't use the closer side that much. Honestly, I would still love this even if it was just the regular side, because something about this mirror is so clear, and then you feel so cute using it. I really do love it. I'm obsessed. One of my favorite new makeup releases. I don't know how much it is off the top of my head, but I don't think it breaks $20, which is awesome. So, especially for like the double side. So freaking good. All right, and the only other not makeup products is these Spongebob Sponges from Wet n Wild. I think, like, you know, okay, I said this already, like a lot, mistakes were made with that collection. I think it could have been a lot better, but they did something so right with these sponges. First of all, Wet n Wild has really nice makeup sponges in general, but making them the SpongeBob characters was just perfect, and they made the faces so perfect. I'm sorry, they're dirty. They made the faces really nice, and I used a Patrick one today, so you'll see it in yesterday's video if you want to see it in action, but it's just so good, especially the shape to it. You can use this little angle to get right in the crease of your under eyes, and then the bottom is perfect for blending out your foundation. It's the perfect amount of denseness, but also squishy that it doesn't like, you're not like freaking hammering your face, but it's nothing too squishy where it's like, it feels like it's just absorbing everything, you know what I mean? It's the perfect combination, and I really like the Spongebob sponge for creams. So the little butt here, I like to obviously get it damp and then just dip it right into the cream and just tap it on. It's perfect. I think it's whatever it is about this angle, it's perfect because you kind of squeeze it and you just get right in there and you hit it right where you want it, and it kind of blends and puts the product down. It's the perfect little angle back here. And I think, again, they did something so right with these sponges. They're cute, they're practical, they're workable, they're usable, they're so good, and they're so much fun to use. I'm like, oh, I want to use Patrick today. And it just makes it so much more fun. And so definitely one of my favorite new releases. I think, you know, if you're even slightly interested, just do it. They're only $5 each, and they don't break the bank, number one, and you won't be disappointed. You'll be able to use it. So that was just my little spiel. Okay, next I will just talk about the Colourpop little quads. I am obsessed. You know, Colourpop releases at a rapid speed. It's just absolutely ridiculous. It crosses the line sometimes for me. I'm just like, okay, Colourpop, I'm done with you. But I think like these products that they came out should not be overlooked. They should not be skipped past or whatever, because these are superb. These are like no Colourpop formula I've tried before. If that's not true, this is like their night owl formula that I freaking loved. This is like that. It's nothing extremely super overly powdery. It does have some kickback, you know, when you tap into a shade, but it's not as bad as these shades now. The shades on other palettes now are just like super powdery, but these are so good. They're so blendable, they're smooth, but they're pigmented and they're rich, and you just get the best of all the worlds. The shimmers are really, really nice. One is a pressed glitter, and they're just really, really nice. And then I have the shade Creamsicle, which is really, really nice, especially for spring. I'm all about it. And then we have Mocktail, which is like a more just neutral one for any day, and I kind of really love this one as well. And again, the formula is so good. Everything you want in a palette, these are it, and they're small, they're compact, and they're cutesy. It's just perfect, and definitely one of my favorite new releases. I think that, like, I'm glad that I picked these up for sure, number one. Number two, I think that what was I gonna say? Really just my train of thought was like, bye. But they're so good, and I think, like, out of all the Colourpop releases right now, don't overlook these. I do want to try their blush palettes, but I wish it was a face palette. It really, like, hurts my soul that they're blush palettes. I love blush. I'm a blushaholic, but, like, I wish they had a bronzer blush and, like, maybe bronzer, or maybe a bronzer, 2 blushes and a highlighter, or like a bronzer blush and 2 highlighters, something like that, because I just don't want 3 blushes and 1 highlighter. I don't know, but these are so good. All right. All right, next let's talk about a product that the whole world is talking about, the Tower 28 ShineOn Lip Jelly in the shade Cashew. People really, really love this, and I can see why. It is a very nice consistency on the lips. It is more milky than their regular ones. So the regular ones I felt were like a little too lightweight, like it kind of was just like putting nothing on your lips, and it felt like, you know, you had to put a lot for it to even be glossy. I didn't really love those formulas, but this one is a little bit more milky, and so it has a little bit more shine and a little bit more thickness to it. But this is nowhere, it's not a thick gloss by any means. It's just a little bit milky or a little bit thicker than their original glosses, you know? Does that make sense? And so I really do like it. I think the shade Cashew is like perfect. I almost picked up another more pinkier one, but this one's fine because it's not as nude as you would think. I'm gonna swatch it because it's hard to see. But it's hard to even tell on the skin because once it's on the lips, it's not as brown. It's a little bit more sheer than it looks in the tube. And so I really do like that. I like the color. The only thing I don't like about it is the smell. It smells like it's whatever it is. This is all natural ingredients, so it's really good or whatever. But it smells like an old, I don't know, it smells like something went bad, and not in a horrible, like this is an off product, but it just smells like an older version of something good. I don't know if how to explain it. It's just not my favorite, but it's something natural and whatever, and so whatever. It's not, some people like the smell. If that, let me just say that. It's not spoiled or expired or anything like that. That's all I wanted to mention. But I do really like it, and I don't think I'll pick up more just because of how sheer it ends up being. It ends up just being like, it ends up working with whatever lip liner or whatever you want for that day, like whatever with whatever look you have on, and so it's totally fine. But I do really enjoy it, and I think, you know, the whole world is kind of talking about it as well right now. I have a whole list of to-dos. It's only right now, it's 11:15. I filmed for like an hour already, and I went to the store, went to Dunkin', doing big things this morning, okay? All right. Next, let's talk about, oh my gosh, these are all so good. Next, let's talk about this one. This is the Kosas, the Brow Pop Dual Action Defining Pencil. I've been using this nonstop since I got it, and I have so many brow pencils that I probably shouldn't be doing that, but I love this. The only reason why I didn't use it today is because we were doing a drugstore video. That's the only time I put this down, but it is so good. I really like how creamy the formula is. It's oh my gosh. I don't know what it is. Maybe just on the brows and on the face, maybe like mixed with my foundation, it feels a lot creamier, because on the hand it feels a little bit hard. But I think it's the perfect combination of like smooth and a stiff, where it makes still last in your brows. It doesn't like dissolve into nothingness, but it's still creamy. It doesn't feel like it's ripping out your hairs at all. That is like exactly what I love, is that it feels like, it doesn't even feel like I'm putting anything down in my brows, which you can see I am, but because it's so creamy. I don't know, it's so weird. That is so weird though, because on the back of my hand it feels really, really hard, like I'm using like a freaking, I don't know, an actual not a mechanical, like a wooden pencil, but on my brows it is so creamy. So I don't know, maybe it's just something with the hair, but either way, I love it. So good. I have the shade medium brown. If I was gonna go back, I would probably go get a deeper shade, just because sometimes it looks a little light in my brows, just because I have such dark brows and such dark hair. But 10 out of 10 would recommend. And then also the Kosas Air Brow. This is Fluff and Hold Treatment Gel. So The reason why I probably wouldn't buy a full size of this is just because the treatment part, I don't need any fluffier, bigger brows. I need my brows to be as thin as possible, as long as possible. And so that's probably why I wouldn't like repurchase it, but it is really, really nice. And if you want to try the sample, I would 10 out of 10 recommend the little sample guy. I paid like $5 for this little thing, and I know that's a lot, but it goes back as a credit to your account. And so once you spend $5, you get this product in the mail, and then you can use this $5 toward another purchase. So let's say you want to buy this, which is what I did. I bought a bunch of samples, so I had like $9 worth of credit, and then I went and purchased the brow pencil, and I got basically $9 off. So it's a kind of weird system to think about in the head, but it makes perfect sense when you go on their website and check out their, like, what are they called? Kosas tryouts. Definitely, oh my gosh, I didn't even think about to mention these, but this is definitely like the best. Oh my gosh, it comes with a little sample cart. What is it called? I don't know. But anyway, this is definitely one of the best releases as well, is Kosas tryouts. So you can literally just try any of their products out for a little sample, and it's only a couple bucks again, but then again, it goes back as a credit. So you're really getting these for free, but it's just not that easy as just hitting like, checkout for free, you know what I mean? It's like you get that money back as a credit. I don't know how to explain it. So good, so bomb. And what a 10 out of 10 would recommend the brow gel, especially if you're someone who has really sparse brows and you want something to like be conditioning it. What is it called? Holding treatment gel. Yeah, like treating it and stuff like that. If you want that in your life, so good. I really do like this brow gel. I really like it too because I don't feel like I have hairspray brows in any way, shape, or form. Like I can't feel it when I'm moving around or whatever. They're just very soft and very nice, and so I do like it. And again, Kosas tryouts. All right, that one took way longer than I expected. Next, let's talk about this. This is the LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation. Now, I have been loving quite a few foundations, but none of them new on the market, so I couldn't talk about them. And I've talked about them all week, so whatever. But this one is new on the market. This brand is new to Sephora. I want to try so much more from this brand because I just love this foundation. I fell so in love. It is so lightweight. Hold on. It is so lightweight and beautiful on the face. Now, the shade TG7 is way too dark for me right now. I'll get there in the summer, but I've been using the e.l.f. Mix to match like adjuster. It's the white one, so the lightener, and I've been able to wear it, and I love it so much. It is so beautiful. It's very lightweight, and it makes your skin just look beautiful, but it's not like a tinted moisturizer or a tinted hydrator, which is like, I don't know how to explain the difference because it's something you just have to like experience, because it's not as no coverage or sheer as like my Tarte or like my Colourpop. Like the one I'm wearing today is pretty sheer, pretty light coverage. It's not like that, but it's so lightweight, it almost feels like that, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, it's a really, really good one. I think, I think a lot of people will like this a lot, and I really like the serum foundation aspect, because if you think of a serum foundation, you think of foundation which has a little bit more coverage than a tinted hydrator, tinted moisturizer, or whatever, but like serum, it has that like liquidy lightweight kind of vibe to it. So that's exactly what this is. So good. Only 22 bucks. I would say try it if you are even slightly interested. The packaging is so cute, so stunning. I am obsessed. Live for her. All right, let's talk about this product that surprised me. This is the Benefit The Real Magna Mascara. So this is newer, but not extremely new. Not extremely new, but this is so good. I freaking love it, and I wish I could have wore it today because I really wanted something like this. It's so nice because it's so good at volume, but also lengthening, and everything you want in your lashes, this gives it to you, and I'm just obsessed. And I didn't know I could be this obsessed with anything that wasn't Tarte, and I am. I really do like it. I don't know, I wouldn't buy a full size. I just typically don't buy full-size mascaras for full price, so high-end mascaras because they're so expensive. I rarely buy mascaras in general. I get them in subscription so often anyway, but I'm so excited about this. I'm really glad that I love it, and I will use this sucker dry, and I think that so many people should. If you have it, you got it in Ipsy like I did, or you have a little sample, or you're able to get a sample, I would test it out because it is really, really nice, and does, again, give that volume, that length, that everything you want in your lashes. This gives it to you, and I really, really do like it. And it's really it really separates them too because of the bristles. It really like hugs them and like brushes through them. Like, you know when you just brush your hair really good and fresh and it's just like grabs everything, you're like, yes, so satisfying. It's like that. It hugs every single lash and just pushes them up, and I love it. I love it. And this is one too that you have to wait a little bit to let it dry out. And when you first open it, it's not as good as when you let it sit, but that's most mascaras anyway, so whatever. All right, next let's talk about, of course, the Jaclyn Cosmetics Mini Highlighter in the shade Iced. One of my favorite new releases. 10 out of 10. I am so glad she came out with a mini though, because I wouldn't have been able to experience this without a mini, because her full sizes are too expensive and I will never go through it anyway, so might as well pick up a mini. And it is so beautiful. The shade is stunning and I really like it because it is icy. It's an icy shade, but I can wear it on my skin tone because it's not white or whatever, and I think it's a really nice shade that like melts into your skin, into your face, and almost like works with your face. Like the one I have on too does that as well, where it's like an icier highlighter, but it kind of just melts into the face. And so this one is so good and I love it. I think that if you want to again try something, I would get the mini. No reason to buy the full size. I wish they came out with mini duos because I would love one of those too, but I think I'll just get the full size for my birthday. Anyway, long story short, super excited, love this, love the brand because of this, and I want to keep trying the brand because of this. She did something right with that. So right, I've been obsessed. All right, my number one favorite product, favorite new release ever is absolutely the Kosas Cloud Set Powder. I literally, this is the first day that I have not used this was today actually, when I did my full face, because it was Full Face's drugstore. Today was the first day that I have not used this powder, and it made me so sad because I love it so much. And everything, this is so bad because I can even tell the difference in my skin, where it's like if I were to use this powder, I know for a fact certain things would not be happening. My skin looks really, really nice, but around my mouth right here, it just looks a little bit drier, and it's definitely not my foundation. It's nothing but my powder, and my powder is the real powder I have on is a really, really nice one that I do like. It's drugstore one. It's one of my favorites, but I just know that since I have this one, I know that there's nothing gets better than this. And I know it's so expensive. And you can see I did have to scrape off. It got a little bit of hard pan, like a little tiny ring, but I think it's just because obviously you just go back and forth, and so you have foundation on and that's liquid, and so I think that's what it did. But I have not stopped using it, and since I've hit this, since I know what perfection is, anything less than is like no. So I've not stopped reaching for this, and I probably won't stop for a really, really long time because I've been obsessed. Definitely my favorite new release. I'm so glad that I got it. I was not gonna do it for a while. I was like nah, and then I saw a couple more reviews, and I was like, I think I just need it. And some people really just don't like it, and I'm like, what are you saying? This is my perfect powder. Obsessed. Cannot be wrong, cannot go wrong. And then my favorite new release that I haven't tried yet, but I did obviously pick up, are the Jaclyn Cosmetics lip liner and liquid lipstick. I'm really glad that she, kind of came back and was like, let's do lips again. And she made this a collection that I really, really wanted, and I was really happy about that. This is the lip liner, which is just so pretty, so beautiful, and I got the shade Praline or Praline, however you want to say it. I have not even touched it. I don't think do I want to swatch it? We'll swatch it because why not? It looks like something I would like a lot, like my perfect kind of more nudie shade, but a little bit deeper than that. And so I'm really excited to try the formula and to try the product in general. Her highlighters made me really want this brand, and I'm really glad that she came out with more, and so I'm all about it. So then I also picked up the liquid lipstick in the shade Truth, which I did have a hard time picking which shade I wanted, because on Ulta they don't look the same as they do like online, and so I had to do a lot of research. And here's the shade Truth, so that'll be like a nice peachy nude kind of look for spring or something like that. I probably could put it on now, but I'm really excited to try it, and 10 out of 10 would recommend. I haven't tried it yet, but it was an exciting experience. Definitely one. It's one of my favorite releases if I picked it up this quickly. I did wait until it came to Ulta, but still that I picked it up right when it dropped at Ulta, that it was an exciting release for me, basically. So yeah, guys, that is it for this very long video. It's not that long, but that is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed talking about my favorite new makeup releases. I really hope you guys enjoyed Favorites Week. I had a lot of fun. The quote for today is, and one has to understand that braveness is not the absence of fear, but rather the strength to keep on going forward despite the fear. And that is just so true. It's just like bravery and courage. Those are the moments when you're the most afraid and you choose to not let fear win. And my friend said this once, and I just think it's so true. Fear is the thing that's the emotion. Danger is the real thing. Fear isn't real. The real thing is the danger that you're in, and you're obviously afraid of that, but it's not, the fear is the thing that is you, And so you have the option to say, I'm gonna be afraid, I'm gonna run from it, or I'm gonna face it. And I just think that's so important to remember. That's it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next one. Bye, guys.